3, 2, 1, roll D. Fed up sound. Stand by C tonight. Roll C and wipe Q. Stand by 2 and 8 in double and dissolve and animate.
Threat of severe weather.
What
can we expect?
I tell you what, Terry, it's going to be a wild weekend. We're talking weather is going to be top of mind tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Storms are expected to roll on in. Here's a quick look at what's happening tonight. We've been spared thunderstorms tonight that have caused, as far as causing any problems here. We do have a tornado watch out in portions of Texas, and then also some severe weather breaking out across portions of Colorado. So we're going to kind of watch this as we go through tonight into the morning hours. Mainly a few showers out to the west of us, but again, not a major player tonight. That will change tomorrow. This is a highlight of where severe weather is likely. Large hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornado risk continues across Oklahoma, especially here in northeast Oklahoma into Kansas and also into Missouri. As far as what we anticipate, we will have a few hit-and-miss showers and rain showers overnight into the morning. Severe thunderstorm threat in the afternoon, and still overall a warm weekend, so we're not going to visit any cold weather. We'll have the complete details of our forecast coming up in just a little bit. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Travis. New tonight, 2 men break down the door of a three-bedroom home in what turned out to be a botched burglary. It happened around 9:30 this morning near Kenosha and 129th East Avenue. As Tess Monty tells us, they had no idea the homeowner was inside, armed, ready, and not afraid to shoot.
Wipe sound.
She doesn't want to show her face, but this stay-at-home mom wants to share her
we're still
story.
at 19.
It still doesn't seem real. I mean, it seems like it was just kind of a dream.
The day started out like any other. That is until she heard a knock at the door. Bella, the family dog, like always, was on guard.
He knocked several times, and then I heard him say to someone, "They've got a dog."
Animate.
And I thought that was kind of unusual.
She checked the people and didn't recognize the man on the other side, so the door stayed shut. She says when he left, she went for her weapon.
I immediately ran and got my gun.
1 minute left.
And, put it in a holster on my hip.
Now armed, she checked all the windows to make sure everything was safe. And just as she sat down in the living room chair, she heard someone coming back up the front walk.
In less than a second, they were in the door. I mean, they kicked through the storm door, kicked through the front door. I didn't say anything to them. I just started, shooting.
The homeowner fired 3 shots. She says she doesn't remember the third, and she doesn't know if she hit either of the suspects. But there's proof she pulled the trigger in the fence about 100 yards from her home.
I think I had my weapon already drawn when I saw his.
Though she's only had a revolver for about 2 weeks, she's taken classes and was ready for just about anything.
I've been rehearsing this in my head, and it's for some reason. I mean, I
10 seconds. We'll be at 3 at the plaza with.
I really felt like something like this was going to happen.
Looking back, she says she wouldn't do anything differently, except maybe aim better.
Animate.
The suspects did have a gun, but they did not fire any shots. The homeowner says the suspects got away in what was possibly a 90s model Ford passenger vehicle with dark tinted windows and a sunroof.
Ready, C.
Tess Monty, News on 6 tonight.
Thank you.
Covering more crime now, a Tulsa woman and her granddaughter are held hostage by 2 armed robbers, and they are still on the loose tonight. Police say the men held Carmenita Hughes and her 18-year-old granddaughter at gunpoint for 2 hours. The robbers went through Hughes's home, picking out what they wanted to steal. She didn't have cash, so they forced Hughes to drive to her bank and cash a check. When they got back, they loaded up her car and left.
Sound take, animate.
Loaded my car and took it somewhere.
This one's 12, so you get a mic.
Stuff, and told me that I could find my car. That's how it ended.
My cue.
Police found her car near 51st and Yale later in the day. Now, they only have vague descriptions of the suspects, but one of them has the name Jarrell tattooed on his neck. If you know anything that could help police, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. A judge sentenced former school teacher and assistant principal Robert Yurton to 20 years in prison today. Yurton was convicted in August of 2 counts of child sex abuse and lewd molestation of a child. He'll have to serve 17 years before being eligible for parole. Then we'll have 7 years probation when he gets out. Yurton's attorney wants a new trial. New at 10 o'clock, American Airlines announces repairs to 49 more planes to keep those seats from flying loose in flight. The same problem grounded 48 planes last week. Workers will add a backup locking device to seats in most of its Boeing 767 planes, which are used on international routes. A spokeswoman says the fix is only a precaution and no seats on the 767 model have come loose. Seats on 3 Boeing 757 flights came loose earlier this month. We're told those repairs will be finished by October 21st, and the work will be done overnight, so no more flights will be canceled. Folks in Cleveland are looking to tie a 60-year-old record tonight. The football team is going for its 7th straight win of the season. Ashley King went to the school's pep rally today and shows us the inspiration behind all that.
Wipes out. Josh,
the whole
26.
School is hype.
It's been a lot of fun so far, so things have been great.
As the award-winning Cleveland Tiger Pride Band and cheerleaders pump up the crowd before a football game that could be won for the record books. For the first time since 1972, the team is off to a 6-0 start. Tonight, they're looking to make that 7-0, which hasn't been done since 1952.
Well, we've had a goal since the beginning of the season. We want to get to the playoffs, do something we haven't done in a long time, and right now we're on the right track.
But there's another motivating factor for this team.
Chaz, 43.
His name is Walker Griffith. He's a sophomore football player battling a type of tissue cancer.
It's kind of bad for, we're tired in a football game and we're kind of getting down on ourselves when Walker's going through cancer, and he's
Walker 56.
He's such an inspiration to all of us. He really is, and I think he's that little bit extra drive we have every game.
It's just so cool how the team is doing this all for me, and it just inspires me to
Ron 120.
Just to conquer this fight for fight of cancer.
Mayor Ron Shipman was on the 1952 team.
Well, it was really an exciting time.
After witnessing years of rough seasons, he says it's great to see the Tigers back on top.
Yeah, I think all those old-timers are so proud of our team and our coaches and the school system in itself.
Joe Popkins, 129, ready, Key?
And so on. So it's a good time to be in high school sports, and especially in Cleveland, Oklahoma.
The Tigers hope their motto, one town, one team, one dream, will carry them all the way to the championship game.
Take you and animate.
And Cleveland is playing Miami tonight at home. Things are looking good for the Tigers. They're ahead 41-0 with 9 minutes left. Ashley King, News on 6 tonight.
Well, it's also a big weekend for college football. OU versus Texas in the Red River rivalry. And OSU tries to clip the Jayhawks team. Charlie has a preview coming up. But first, a check of the Osage Casino Skycam network. Trav has a stormy future view forecast next.
And fade this really break. 10 seconds. Stand by C, cell full. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll C. Fed up sound. Semi-4
the American Meteorological Society seal of approval.
And it's all cute and animated.
Hey, good evening on this Friday night in T-Town, and we are talking about another round of rain and storms, more so than rain. Mentioned at the top of the newscast. So far, rain we had earlier today ended up being pretty nice. A couple areas picking up 1 to 2 inches of rain from Bartlesville, northern Osage County, southern Kansas, across eastern portions of Oklahoma, up around Veneta, and then 2 to 4 inches of rain now being reported in southwest Missouri. We had flood warnings, in fact, in southwest Missouri. Even Arkansas got in the act. And then some moderate rains, even around Fort Gibson. We had a report of up to 3 inches of rain. Now, we left out much of Tulsa and areas to the west-northwest where we need a ton of rain.
That was exciting.
We're still working on that part of the report.
Wow.
We'll fix that probably tomorrow.
He just floated. Well, for me, it's red. I make my floats red, so they really stick out.
A few showers out west. It's not that impressive at this time.
But the blue and the black just look too close to me in my age.
Missouri border area, but by far and away the most interesting.
No, seriously, doesn't this look more exciting as red? It stands out to me. I'm 41, man. I'll be 42 next.
This is the main part of that storm system we've been talking about. That's gradually overnight into tomorrow.
Greg.
That's when we'll see the best.
Hey, John, reminder 13. The music on it.
Not a whole lot going on. We've had a few sprinkles and showers from around the Hominy area to Fairfax.
I couldn't hear you. What was that?
Page 13 does have music on it on that mini open.
There is a potential for it to change a little bit later on. Speaking of which, tonight still our highest probability of severe weather will be out to the west of us, and even I think into western Kansas. Looking at those thunderstorms that could be severe out there. So if you have travel plans, be advised for that. But really tomorrow, if you're traveling any place in the Sooner State, you have to be watching out. High probability of thunderstorms starting out west here in the morning, moving across the Sooner State during the day, and we can call it the Cowboy State.
You don't have to unfloat it. You can just keep it floated. Yeah.
We're talking about some unsettled weather, but down south it won't be that bad. Tonight we have very warm, moist air shooting on up, so we have 70s, while it's 60s to the north.
I got 30. Yeah.
If anything,
I think
temperatures are about as low as they'll go. We'll probably even warm up to around 70, 71 in the morning. Tomorrow, though, down in Dallas, of course, kickoff very early, 11 o'clock, 77 degrees, gusty south winds, 82. Chance of rain very slim. And then if you're coming home late from
show him 2 minutes, please, too.
There's a chance that you have storms coming home. That's going to be the bad thing for the Sooner fans. Cowboy fans, bad thing for Cowboy fans, the fact that in Lawrence, Kansas, 80% chance of storms during the game. Some of those could be severe. And 70s, dropping the 60s around the thunderstorms, hail and wind a possibility. So they might delay that football game too. Tonight, no lightning, nothing going on, quiet night across the city. We're talking about temperatures at 66, 93% humidity. As I said, we're almost to the dew point temperature, and if anything, I think we'll warm into the upper 60s by morning. So a slight chance of a shower overnight, about 20% or less. And then tomorrow morning, a slight chance of some of the thunderstorms that are out far western Oklahoma and western Kansas could move across areas up around Wichita, maybe down to Stillwater. But it's mainly tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. When this front moves in is when we're really going to see the impact of showers and storms. Along this line, we'll have wind.
I don't know. Let's just plan on dissolving to see.
We might have a tornado watch, and there is a chance we could end up
with
isolated tornadoes. And I don't want to try to scare somebody or make it a big deal, but we're going to be watching for that because there could be a few little spin-ups in that line. Now, tomorrow afternoon, showers and thunderstorms greatly enhanced late in the day, and then that'll develop and continue to move across eastern Oklahoma through early morning hours in far southeast Oklahoma. But most of eastern Oklahoma on Sunday, from Sunday early to Sunday late, is absolutely gorgeous. So this big old storm system is going to just kind of move on through, and once it moves on through, then our weather just turns really nice. In fact, what happens is we get a very nice shot of very mild air.
Don't really have an off time, but yeah.
Continue on through about Wednesday before a cold front comes in. 68 in the morning,
30 in the show.
Showers, 76 at noon. Then by afternoon, that's when the storms start to come in out west. Some of those heavy, severe. Of course, we'll have our whole team here, and we're looking at a good chance.
Okay, stand by C and his mic.
And as we look at it, temperatures are expected to be great Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Look good. Next chance of rain coming up on Wednesday. Well, I hope you have a great weekend, but stick around. The Oklahoma Ford Friday Football Blitz is next.
And fade this really break.
Stop immediately. And then just down, just down.
Problem in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
Who's that?
It's Ashley.
Ashley. Oh my gosh.
Security. Security.
How much time we have left? How much time we have left?
A minute 5.
Boomer Sooner.
Yeah, forced to.
It's kind of funny because I thought that was like a great big stuffed animal, but it's Ashley holding it, so it's actually not that big.
Your little Bevo there is bigger than you. Okay. Have a great weekend, darling.
45.
And run your effect. Stand by 4.
This is the Oklahoma Ford Friday Football Blitz.
And kill.
Hi everybody, thanks for joining us on the Oklahoma Ford Friday Football Blitz. It's week 7 of the high school football season. That means some of the district playoff races are starting to clear up a little bit. District 3A5, though, is still very tight at the top. 2 of those teams scoring off tonight on our game of the week. Number 6 Metro Christian traveling to number 7 Verdigris to take on the Cardinals. Metro's 2-0 in the district. Verdigris is 1-1. First quarter, Tanner Smith on the toss sweeping. He breaks the tackle and he's got some room. A 54-yard touchdown. The extra point, no good, and it's 6-0 Verdigris. Second quarter now. Dakota Brasher rolling out for the Cardinals. He finds Ryan Hurd behind the defense. It's an 80-yard score, and it's 13-0.
God, is he yelling out there?
13-7 now in the third. Verdigris getting some more with a handoff to Tanner Smith one more time. Smith, a 3-yard score, and it's 20-7. But Metro not out of it in the fourth quarter.
Watch his mic
up
level there.
McCoy's special. The handoff to Alex Schmidt, and then he goes up on the halfback pass. It brings some rain and a touchdown. Connor Dre calls it in for the 15-yard score, and it's back to a 7-point game. 20-13. After a Verdigris field goal made it a 10-point game. Matt Wolfslayer on the quarterback keeper gets it to 23-20, but the Patriots run out of time. Verdigris recovers the onside kick and holds on to win 23-20. Both teams are now 2-1 in district standings.
Wipe sound. And
we played tough, went back and forth a little bit, but I was proud of our team for finishing. We didn't finish the way we wanted to against Berryhill, and I think we did a better job finishing tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to last week's impressive 24-7 win over Broken Arrow, Jenks is the #1 team in 6A. The Westmore Jaguars head into tonight's showdown against the Trojans with a chip on their collective shoulder. after getting upset by Putnam City last week. It's homecoming tonight at Jenks, one of those lucky ladies. Became the queen tonight, tied at 7. Westmore's Austin Richards pounded in from a yard out the Jaguars with a 14-7 lead. But here come the Trojans on the ensuing kickoff. Jenks looking for some Trayvon Barry magic. How many times have we seen this kid make plays this year? He almost broke it for a touchdown. He's out of bounds near the Westmore 20. Later on the drive, Kyle Alexander going deep. Trey Miklashevsky hauls in the triple word score and the 27-yard touchdown pass. Jenks goes on to win 38-14. Ninth-ranked Sand Springs trying to finish the season alive, facing its biggest test of the year with number 2 Union. Opening possession for the Sandites. Cody Hale rolls right, passes tipped a couple times. Ethan Reeder makes the grab, but Sand Springs no points after missing a short field goal. Union, yes points. Terrell Buchanan punching it in from a yard out at 7-0 Union. On the next position, it's Buchanan again, taking the handout, finding a hole, and finding a whole bunch of green turf. An 87-yard touchdown run. The Redskins hand the Sandites their first loss. Union goes on to win 59-7 to 5A now. 10th-ranked Memorial looking to move to 7-0 tonight, taking on Nathan Hale. No score with Keith Driver. Finds Grant Murphy for 6. 2-point conversion made it 8-0, and Driver goes to the air again, this time to Roy Walker for a touchdown. Nice grab there. The Rangers try to come back. Driver on the swing pass, but Bradley South tips it up, catches it, and takes it back to pick 6. Memorial goes on to win 44-14. The Tulsa Tech Spirit Stick has been in some worthy hands so far this season, including Booker T, Manford, Paul Bishop, Kelly, Kiefer, and Memorial. And another team is on the list tonight. Our Dave Davis made a trip to see the Wagoner Bulldogs today on 6 in the morning. We'll be with the T's to my Beast and my music. You'll have to find out next week.
Lose your ticker, roll B, wipe, and animate.
Friday Football Blitz. We go around Green Country. It's your favorite Friday night roundup.
Stand by the break and fade this way break. 10 seconds. Stand by C cell full. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll C. Fed up sound.
It's time for the Academy Sports and Outdoors Friday Night Roundup.
Roll A, wipe Q, and animate.
The first stop on the roundup tonight, a great 5A matchup. 5th-ranked Claremore taking on Pryor. Pryor faking the punt. Dylan McDowell throws to Carson Smallwood. A big gain here. Pryor first down, but that drive would stall. Claremore now with the football. Matt Watley throwing to a leaping Hunter Garroot. Nice catch there. Second quarter now. We change ends.
Okay.
Claremore now inside the 5-yard line. Some shiftiness here from the Zebras. Hey, there's the football. Bryson Short has it. He comes out of the pile. Touchdown. Claremore wins 31-7. Our second stop in the roundup finds Lincoln Christian. The Bulldogs hosting Keys tonight. Cody Cole off tackle for the touchdown here. It's 24-7 Keys. Later, Lincoln Christian trying to make it a ball game. Austin Grauer completes to Anthony Wilkerson. Nice moves there. He goes down the sideline for a nice gain. Lincoln Christian in business. It's Grauer on the move again to Chad Bloom. Touchdown catch in the corner there. Keys, though, goes on to win 33-13. The last stop on the roundup takes us to Cash Hall. The number 1 Commandos taking on number 11 Podo on Cash's opening run. Abram McQuarters around right end. He makes one time miss, and he's gone a 10-yard touchdown run. And it's 7-0 Commandos. After a Podo field goal, Cassia Hall striking again. Oh, look, there's Denver Johnson of TU coaching staff fame doing a little recruiting with the Commandos tonight. Maybe you should check out Brock Smith if he needs a fullback. 12-yard touchdown run there. Cassia Hall goes on to roll 24-3. My Grandpa Hanema used to say, if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much. Hall and Hall hosting All Saints from Fort Worth, and the Dutch in some trouble tonight. Daniel Gresham with the short touchdown runs 14-0 All Saints. Later in the first, more from the Saints. Foster Sawyer going deep. A 47-yard touchdown pass to Johnny Rendell. He is all alone. And it's 21 Donut, but wait, there's more. Another short touchdown run from Daniel Gresham. It's a tough night for the Dutch. 62-0 the final. Time now for the Oklahoma Forward play of the head back to Sand Springs. Terrell Buchanan
of course you go back to Sand Springs.
Finding a hole and going to the house. 87 yards. Union, as we said, wins big. We're just about 12 hours away from the 107th meeting between the Sooners and the Texas Longhorns. 11 a.m. kickoff down at the Cotton Bowl tomorrow. Quarterback play, normally the X factor in big rivalry games like this one. Last year, Landry Jones was outstanding, throwing for 367 yards and 3 touchdowns. David Ash of Texas fame split time with Case McCoy, and both struggled to move the ball. Mac Brown says experience
Will be
is important.
sound.
I thought he was very much like David when he first started. He was unsure in that ball game, and David was last year.
We'll be at the 4 at the
the first time they'd been in that ball game.
My clock's way off.
And this is a hard game for a young quarterback. I mean, usually when they get in it, Cole handled it well. Sam Bradford handled it well. Most young quarterbacks have not, and thank goodness David's been through it once, so he knows. But Landry just keeps getting better and better and better each game, and his stats are unbelievable. And here we are 2 weeks in a row playing against a Heisman candidate.
Thank you.
Oklahoma State is on the road this week for the second time all season. The Cowboys and Kansas will kick off at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon in Lawrence. Still no announced starter at quarterback for OSU, but John Holcomb has the latest.
That burning question still surrounding the Cowboys offense. Will quarterback Wes Lunt be able to play against Kansas here in Lawrence on Saturday?
At some point. You got
will J.W. Walsh be the starter for the second straight game?
You got a TRT
Best guess at this point is that Walsh will start against the Jayhawks, but Lunt has made the trip. It remains, as Mike Gundy said during his Monday news conference, a Saturday type of decision as to whether Lunt will play at all. Meanwhile, the Cowboys are huge favorites against Kansas. There is the threat of some bad weather tomorrow. I mean, how much does that enter into the preparation for tomorrow?
Well, it didn't enter in any preparation other than at practice. Sometimes we would get the ball a little bit wet, but for the most part, you got to go with it. We can't control wind, we can't control rain.
I guess you've got a team full of guys anxious and ready to get back out there.
Charlie says he can't hear.
Anytime you don't
hear what program or
as you wanted to the game before, you're looking forward to getting back out there and playing well the next week. And our team's practiced well the last couple of weeks, and this is a young group at certain positions, and we're excited about watching.
Can Charlie hear Scott?
This is the first in a 3-game stretch for the Cowboys. Critical that they pick up victories.
Telling the clock to the end of the show.
At
least he can follow that for time cues. If he can't hear anything else.
In Lawrence, I'm John.
Thanks, John. Baseball now, it's win or go home for the Cardinals and the Nationals in Washington, D.C. No score bottom of the first. Bryce Harper finding the gap. It's a triple in deep center. Jason Worth comes in to score. It's 1-0 Nationals. The rookie Bryce Harper not done yet. Third inning, a monster solo home run, 415 feet. The tail of the game, 4-0. Then Michael Morse, a 2-run homer, makes it 6-0. This one has just now moved the 8th inning. Cardinals still with a chance, down 6-4. To the NBA now, preseason game number 2 for the Thunder. The Utah Jazz get the win 97-81. Some stats: Serge Ibaka 12 points, Perry Jones the third 14 points, Cole Aldrich 11 as they try and make that backup center spot happen. That is all our time tonight. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, join us on the college football Blitz tomorrow night. Full show starting at 10:38. Plenty before that. We leave you with more from our game of the week. For our producer Scott File, our cast of dozens behind the scenes. I'm Tony
animate your copyright.
Oklahoma.
And run your effect. 4, 3, 2, 1. February break.
31:25 or 31:30?
31:25 is out because there's a 5-second delay.
All right.
Good job, everybody. Good show.
Good times.